Hey legends, welcome along to a new video. Now I did promise quite a while ago that I was going to follow up on a previous video about annoying phone calls. And the last one I did, the crazy phone call guy, if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's a pretty random, funny video and you'll not believe it. Until, even when you watch the video, you're going to really question it, but it did actually happen. So it put me in mind of something else that happened, and I was trying to rack my mind to work out what it was, remember it properly. But as you know, these annoying phone calls tend to happen at the most awkward times possible, and this is going back a long time ago. I believe I was still married at the time. That's how long ago it was. You're talking, you're heading back to the early 2000s anyway. So I was big into gaming at a time. PlayStation 2. That's how far back this goes. So there's a series of games that I was big into, still am, and I think they're making more of them. Legacy of Kain, if you've never heard of that series of games, and you're into, film buffs will enjoy those games as well. They're very cinematic in the way that they're laid out, and the cutscenes in it are fantastic. It's really good storytelling. Anyway, I was going to say the second game. There's 5 games all together. They're kind of split into different ones. There's Legacy of Kain, then Soul Reaver is a split off from that there. But this is, I think, the 4th game in the series, which is entitled Blood Omen 2. So, great game. Anyway, I lent the game to a friend of mine, and he disappeared off home with it. And the outline of the games, you collect these powers throughout each of the levels, and when you get to the final boss at the end of the game, that's signposted everywhere. These new abilities you get, you play a vampire in the game, and you upgrade him. He uses psychokinetic energy pulses and stuff like that there. Crazy inhuman jumping powers, all that sort of stuff. There's 5, maybe 6 different powers. I'm really trying to work it out in my head because it doesn't matter. Anyway, there's powers that you collect throughout the game to help you in the next levels, and it's signposted right the way through the game that these are going to be very important as you progress. And when you get to the end of the game, the final boss level, you pretty much have to use all your fighting powers throughout the game. It's close combat, fighting with swords and weapons and all that sort of stuff, fists. But in the final battle, you don't get the opportunity to get close to this guy without using the powers that you have collected throughout the game. And saying that there, it is very clearly signposted throughout the entire game that this is the way it's going to play out when you get there. These abilities are what you're going to need to beat this guy, and in turn beat the game. So this guy disappears off. Used to work with me in the same place I'm currently working, so he knows the score, the times that I work, the times that I need to be sleeping to get up, drive to the factory. And at this stage, I was living an hour's drive from the factory. So I started stupid o'clock in the morning, which means I have to get up at ridiculous o'clock to get ready, to go to work, start my day. So I roll into bed and trying to get some kip, head down, go to sleep. I've got something I can survive on 5.5, 6 hours sleep. If I can get more, fine. If not, I can deal with it. 4.5, 5.5, 6 hours sleep. So I lay down that night. I'm pretty late getting laid down for a change. So it's like 11 p.m. Whereas I should have been in my bed for like 9 p.m. to be up at like 3:30 in the morning. So I roll into bed, set me an alarm, roll into bed, go to sleep. A couple hours later, it's like 12:30, 1:45 in the morning, and my phone starts ringing. And I don't answer it. I'm just like, knock it off to the side. Try and get my head down again. I don't even look at the time. I'm just like, it's not the alarm. It's not time to get up. I'm going to lie down and go back to sleep. So I roll over. Phone starts to ring again. Again, bury it below a pillow or something so I can't hear it. And it rings off. And next thing it starts ringing again. So I answer it. Again, like the prior video, thinking to myself, okay, right, at this time of the night, this time of the morning, someone's trying to get in contact with me. They might be in trouble. They might need help. So I answer the phone. It's this friend of mine that I let borrow Legacy of Kain Blood Omen 2. And he's got like 5 beer in him at this stage, and he's getting to the point where he's, the words are starting to slur slightly. Whenever I'm talking beer, I'm talking about the strong beer, not this weak nonsense. So, he is clocked out mentally. I'm at this final boss. How do I beat this guy? And I'm like, have you even played the game? The game tells you exactly what you need to do, what you have to do whenever you get there. I'm like, you realise it's like heading for 1 a.m. I have to get up for 3 a.m. to drive over an hour to get to work, do a 10, maybe at that point, 12-hour shift probably. And I had to sit down and talk him through how to beat this guy. It wasn't enough to say, look, you've gone through all these levels, you've got these new abilities, each level give you a new ability. Take one of those abilities and try it on him. If that doesn't work, use a different one. And it's a very simple, straightforward process. So he rings off, hangs up the phone, calls back again 15 minutes later, still can't do it, so I have to sit there for the better part of half an hour, whereas I'm too nice a guy to tell someone to slide on, So I'm sitting there at like probably 1:10 in the morning, walking this guy through the final boss fight in this game. So that's not as funny, but it's as the prior video, but it is a good example of a very annoying phone call, and why I fully believe at one point or another in life you should be allowed to slap people silly for the stupid nonsense that they do to you. So that's it. Swift little story time. I am going to go to my bed soon, so stay safe, and I will talk to you in another one very, very soon.